Hey everyone, if you're a parent, a teacher, or really just anyone involved with the school, you know the fundraising drill. It's this crazy cycle, right? A huge push followed by total burnout. Well, today we're going to talk about a much smarter way to do things. We're going to explore how to turn that stressful fundraising event into a steady, sustainable system that works for you, not against you. Let's dive in. So let me just ask you straight up and be honest. Does the very thought of the next school fundraiser kind of make you want to hide? Yeah, if you're nodding along, you are definitely not alone. That feeling of burnout is so common. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. It's just a sign that the old model is broken and it's time for an upgrade. I bet these symptoms look pretty familiar. It's the endless reminder emails and the follow-up calls. It's that awkward feeling of asking the same generous families for help over and over again. It's teachers losing precious time to what is basically just admin work. And maybe the most frustrating part, once that big campaign is over, all that energy, all that momentum, it just disappears. Poof. This cycle isn't just tiring, it's completely unsustainable. So what's the answer? Well, it really means we need to shift our whole strategy. We have to stop thinking of fundraising as this desperate, short-term sprint and start treating it more like a marathon. A steady, well-paced effort that's designed to last the entire year. This right here breaks it down perfectly. On the one side, you have that old sprint model, just a frantic burst of high-pressure activity that almost always ends in burnout for everyone. But on the other side, you've got the marathon model. This is all about consistent, low-effort ways for people to contribute all year long. The pressure on any one family just plummets because they can chip in when it actually works for them. The whole goal is to get out of crisis mode and into a calm, continuous flow. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A year-round marathon? That sounds like even more work. But here's the secret sauce: automation. The goal isn't to work harder, it's to build a system that's so smart it basically runs itself. This is how we get our time and energy back. And one of the coolest parts of this automated approach is this concept called celebration pages. Just think about it for a second. What's happening all year long in any community? People are celebrating things. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, you name it. Celebration pages let families create a personal fundraising page for those moments where friends and relatives can donate to the school instead of, buying another toaster. It's an always-on system that's powered by life's natural milestones. And the process? It could not be easier. A family sets up a page for their kid's birthday in just a couple of minutes. They share the link with their friends and family who can then donate directly. And the money? It just flows right to the school, totally automatically. Now notice what's missing here. There are no events to plan, no products to sell. It's just organic fundraising, powered by the community itself. This is the absolute game changer, especially for our teachers. Because these celebrations are happening all year, there are no crazy deadlines or complicated logistics. And that means teacher involvement basically drops to zero. This directly cuts down on their workload and tackles that burnout problem we were talking about right from the start. Okay, so we've got our automated, always-on base layer set up with those celebration pages. That's awesome. But for a year-round strategy to really work, you need a little variety, right? You got to keep people engaged and avoid that donor fatigue. So let's look at how to keep things fresh without adding a bunch of stress. So the first part of this rotating model is what we just talked about, the celebration pages. Just think of this as your steady, foundational engine. It's always running quietly in the background, bringing in support from the community's own personal events. Now, on top of that foundation, you can sprinkle in a few prize-based campaigns throughout the year. What's so great about these is they totally shift the focus. It's less about asking parents for money and more about motivating students with fun prizes. It becomes about participation and excitement, and it can create a real burst of energy without all the pressure. And the third piece of this puzzle? The occasional digital event. We're talking something like a virtual talent show or a readathon. These are absolutely fantastic for building community spirit, but they take a tiny fraction of the effort that a big in-person event requires. Oh, the benefits of going virtual are huge. I mean, right away, you get rid of all the headaches of booking a venue or trying to find a date that works for everyone. And even better, grandparents or aunts and uncles who live far away can finally join in and support the school. You can bring in money through ticket sales and build an incredible sense of community, all without the logistical nightmare. So when you put this all together, the automated pages, the fun campaigns, the easy digital events, it becomes really clear that this is more than just new tactics. It's about a complete shift in mindset. It's about moving away from a model built on pressure and towards one that is built on participation. If there's one thing you remember from all this, let it be this quote. Stop asking parents to give more and instead give them more ways to participate. That is the heart of this entire philosophy. When you give your community lots of different low-pressure ways to get involved, you build so much goodwill, and you end up raising more without burning out your best supporters. And that really brings us to the final, most important question to ask yourselves. Is your school stuck in that old cycle, just running one high-stress campaign after another? Or is it ready to start building a sustainable, year-round system that truly engages the community without exhausting it? The difference between those two things could literally change everything for your school. Thanks so much for tuning in.